Police are working around the clock to find those involved in a mass murder in eMsahweni, this in Adams, outside of Durban. 7 men were allegedly shot dead, execution style. ENCA reporter Tuba Vilane is tracking those developments, and he joins us now for the very latest. Tuba, a very good morning to you. We understand that just in terms of reports coming in, that a total of 7 people were shot dead, this execution style, allegedly. Just give us the details around what could have been the possible motive behind this shooting.
Yes, thank you so much, Tumelo. We indeed here in the area called eMsahweni. It's outside Adams, next to Wamakuta, just a few kilometers away from Durban, the south of Durban. We understand that around 6 or just after 6 p.m. yesterday, there was a shooting incident that happened at this house here, where 7 males were shot dead in an execution style. We, with the provincial commissioner, Tembinkosi Shula, who's going to give us more details about what has transpired so far. Thank you so much, Commissioner. Just take us through your investigation. Your team have been here since last night. What have you been able to establish so far?
Let me start by first condoning the criminal action that has taken place in this house last night. And as you can see, that this is an abandoned house. But what we want to say is that whatever could have been the reason for such senseless killings, it is condemned. And since it has happened last night, we have assembled a high-level investigation team from the provincial office, and they have worked around the clock until this morning, trying to put things together. What we have been able to establish so far is that the 7 youth that was here, whose ages are ranging from 21 to 36, they are all probably coming from different houses, because their surnames, all of them, are different. Secondly, they have converged here during the lockdown period, when they shouldn't have been converging in this fashion. They should have stayed in their own homes. But having said all that, we have also been able to establish, when their bodies were turned around, that there were some criminal activities that were taking place here. And at least 2 out of the 7 are still involved in some criminal activities, in some court-going cases. One of those cases is for possession of an illegal firearm, and the other one is for a business robbery. And what we also established is that they were using drugs, because we have been able to find 29 straws of wunga and also 25 ecstasy tablets. They were smoking, and they were using this house as a drug den or a smoking house. We have been able so far to find some leads into this whole story, and we are following up on some leads. It is still early days for us to start giving away anything. All that we would want to say is that those that are responsible for these senseless killings are going to face consequences for their action.
But so far, no indication, even from the community around this area, on who might have been responsible for this senseless killing.
It has to be understood during these early stages that the communities, for fear of reprisals, would stay back and would not want to come forward and give any information. But all that I would want to say is that from physical evidence that was obtained from this abandoned house itself and the surroundings, we are already looking at some names.
Commissioner, we're looking at some names. I believe even some of the killing machine that were used. I'm sure you also obtained some used cartridges on the scene.
Yes, it is the 9mm pistol that was used here to shoot and kill these people at an execution style. All that will form part of the evidence. The crime scene management team was here, and all that information and evidence has been put together.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. That was the provincial commissioner. He's confirming indeed that they were all killed in an execution style. He confirmed that they were found in drugs in their possession, and it looks like this house has been used as a smoking house. And he's saying that some of them, they had some outstanding cases that they were undergoing. Maybe just to mention, Tumelo, when we were here, we arrived here around 7, 8 last night. And even from what we gathered from the community, it looked like even the community, they had issues with this house. Although they couldn't come out and say why, maybe what they believe were the reasons for their killing, but it looks like there were a lot of issues and criminal activities that were happening from this house.
All right, Tuba Bivelani, our ENCA reporter, thank you so much for that update.